there were thoughts that he may have been the brother of James, son of Alphaeus.
Yes.
There's arguments that were they in fact related to Jesus as well, because he comes from Nazareth.
There are those links, and none of this would surprise me. You've got Peter and Andrew, who are brothers. You've got James and John, who are brothers. You've got John the Baptizer, who was a cousin of Jesus. There is definitely connections going on here. These aren't people that are just unknown to each other.
What do you think about that, though? Does that, in a way, add to, or does it cloud things?
I find this quite interesting because as a younger brother...
Yourself?
Me, so I'm talking personally here. So I have an older brother. When we were children, we grew up in the same home and we grew up together and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Now, my older brother, much as I've got no doubt in my mind that he would have regard for me and all the rest of it, my older brother wouldn't listen to me. I could give my brother the best advice in the world and he would dismiss it because I'm his little brother and I know nothing.
Not just because it's you.
Not just because it's me, but because I'm his little brother and I know nothing. A prophet is never welcome in their own hometown. And it's the same in a family. If Jesus is surrounding himself with people that know him, they are more inclined to dismiss him from a human perspective than people who don't know him. Because I could say the same thing to somebody that I don't know that I'd said to my brother, and they would take on everything I said and go, that's wonderful advice, Steve, I'll go and do that. But if I said the same thing to my brother, he would say, Steve, you're just an idiot.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
We do not take advice well from our family. And it's the same with children. My daughter has said to me, somebody said such and such, and I think that's a great idea and I'm doing it. And I said, well, that's what I told you 10 years ago. And she says, yeah, but you told me. I'm not going to listen to you, am I? There's something in us that our people can't tell us the best way to be or to go or to do. And so if Jesus has surrounded himself with people that really know him from being little, that have grown up with him, then I would expect from a human perspective for them to dismiss him much more readily than they do.
But also that if it had been constructed that nobody knew anybody and they'd all come together, it would be these places aren't that far apart from each other.
So I'm not sure if the sort of premise of your question would have been around, isn't that a little bit sus? I think it plays quite the opposite.
If you are able to convince two brothers, and not just once, then there is something that's being recognised very early on.
It wouldn't be no surprise that we find that these men are related somewhere. Cousins, first cousins, second cousins, who knows? Related through marriage, related through other aspects. And it wouldn't be unusual. And to me, it just strengthens the credibility of the gospel account.